A movie about three misfit scouts being this one town's last best hope against a zombie apocalypse. This movie should have been awesome. What happened? What happened? Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. So Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse is about three scouts. All of them have different personalities you would probably think they would have, and they do. You got the average one that we're all going to gravitate to because he's generally speaking most of us. You have the shit talker who you wonder how he befriended these other two, and you have the really kind of dopey, fat, awkward one. They're camping, and while they're away, they get back into town, and they find out the town is now overrun with zombies. This movie is kind of what you would expect it would be, just a worse version of it. Seriously, starting from the beginning, the build up to the zombies took way too long. They're camping, they have tension among their friend circle, and you have a few tit jokes here and there. And you're like, dude, I saw the trailer for this movie. You guys makeshift a bunch of weapons and you kick a lot of zombie ass. Let's get to that. Oh no, not yet. Then what feels like halfway through the movie, the zombies start filtering in and they're running from zombies. They're basically the end throwdown most of the scenes you saw in the trailer. Yeah, that's the last scene in the movie. I'm not even gonna call it the last act. It's the last scene of the last act. Seriously, this movie was a drag and it was boring. How on earth can it be boring with a premise like this? This movie should have been the next Zombieland. Instead, what you have is a movie that probably would have been a really funny episode of South Park. In fact, I think that's how it went down. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they're brainstorming for a South Park episode where three of them are scouts and zombie apocalypse. And then the janitor took their brainstorming notes from them and took it home, and that janitor's 14-year-old son wrote a script for this movie. Seriously, that's how prepubescent the jokes are in this movie. I didn't really gravitate to any of the jokes. All the jokes were super easy. You're like, oh yeah, I get it. Oh hey, tits. Ooh, the strip club is called Lawrence of Arabia. Funny. I'm not saying all of the jokes sucked. There were a couple moments in this movie I was laughing. There was a badass scene in the end where they actually start tearing through zombies. I was like, I love that shit. But the jokes that work are few and far between, and that one scene I liked is the very end of the movie. This is gonna be a nitpick at this point, but you know when you get out of a movie and you're super disappointed, you can just nitpick the shit out of it? I'm gonna nitpick this. All right. Granted, zombies don't exist. We don't know how they would act, but the zombies in this movie had skill. It's just inconsistent how much skill they have in some scenes and don't have in other scenes. Like there's a scene where a zombie's just tied up and he's trying to bite somebody. That's all he knows how to do. But then in another scene, zombies are grabbing these kids and throwing them and flipping them around. I'm like, whoa, zombies have wrestling moves. There's a zombie stripper who has stripper moves. And I know some people in the comment section are gonna be like, well, zombies just operate on muscle memory, so they would know how to fight if they did know how to fight when they were human beings. I mean, actually, somewhere the director of this movie is gonna be like, yeah, totally, that's what I was going for. Sure. Guys, in the end, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, I wanted a very simple premise. I just wanted to see scouts kick ass against zombies. It is not hard to please me, and at that point, it's pretty hard to fuck that up. It didn't really please me, and it completely fucked it up. It wasn't that funny, it wasn't that exciting, it wasn't that interesting, it was kind of boring. Not gonna dog shit this movie up, but I will say Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, you're not gonna remember it in T-1 day. Yeah, already forgot. It seemed like the kind of movie that the director of Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, would pump out. Seriously, it's the same director. It all comes together. All right, so Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.